Hi, everybody. Thanks for waiting for us. I was trying to give Marina time to get it set up on her end, so and not have to try to talk to y'all and do that at the same time. Makes a
There we
big
go.
difference.
Okay, now we don't
All
have
right.
the echo, and I'm still doing things on this end.
Still working on it.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Happy Gemini season. June the
Absolutely.
1st.
Absolutely.
2 more days.
I
And I
know.
get to sing happy birthday to myself. So
Nice.
I will
Nice.
be 63 on 6/3. Both of them equal 9. 9 and 9 equal 18. Together equals 9. So it's 3 9s. I'm like, okay, that's got to mean something good. I mean,
Perfect.
just looking at the numbers, because I was looking at it the other day and I thought, wow, I'll be 63 on 6/3. And then I got to looking again. I thought, well, wait, they both equal 9. And then I thought, 99 or 18, that equals 9. I was like, okay, that's got to mean something, some
Yep.
kind of way. So,
Somewhere it does. Okay, come on now.
some way, someone to somebody.
Hey, Book. Nice
We
to
got
see you in
Book
here.
here. We got Tammy. We got Teacher Barbara. We've got Clarence and Joe and Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. And M. Steve and Arwen the Gray. Hi, Arwen. Jenny Strouch. And
Nice.
let's see. Did I say Joe? Joe Eliza's here. Bora. And Bora takes her mod duties very seriously. She's
Yeah.
already in the chat saying, please be patient. They'll be here in a minute.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It works.
That's
Okay,
it.
well, I don't know why it's not letting me open up my chat here, but
Well, that sucks.
yeah, totally. I mean, I can see it there, but it just won't let me do it on my phone. So yeah, if y'all
Well,
are
bummer.
in my chat and you're talking to me, I can't see it. But maybe I'll see it on there. Oh,
You'll be able to see it on the StreamYard chat. So.
Exactly.
And hi, Annie. Hi, Jamie. And nice to see y'all.
Okay, now it's letting me do it. Okay, now it likes it. All right. There
it just
we
had
go.
to be difficult. That's all.
Yeah, don't have
like,
much.
let's just give her a hard time tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens when you sit up all night.
I was telling Shari backstage. Yeah, I was. She had invited me to the surprise birthday party that she had earlier today. 4:00 this morning. I'm still wide awake, and I'm doing everything I can to fall asleep. Well, when I finally did fall asleep, yeah, I didn't haul myself out of bed until about 1:00. Just
well
to
needed.
Organized, yeah, and do the Achieving Union was our last get together for the people who took the course in May. Yeah, so
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I know we actually managed to pull it off and surprise Nate. He was like gobsmacked. Because when I had emailed everybody and said, I won't bring you on until after we're on and we kind of say hello and then we'll sneak y'all in. And so everybody was like, yeah, that's cool. And then Helen was trying to set it up so she could do simulcast, but she's on an iPad mini.
Oh, yeah.
So the buttons are different than the buttons I see on my computer. And she couldn't get it set up. I was trying to help her. Well, Val had popped in backstage. So I put Val up on the screen and so that she could try to help Helen with it, which it was still a different type of a tablet, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
But Nate popped in while Val was on. I was like, okay, quick, you got to think of a reason why we have another person here. So Val and Helen finished talking, and Val popped out, and I popped Nate in, and I said, yeah, Val was doing an emergency IT run for us. He was like, oh, that was
nice.
sweet.
Perfect.
It's like, well, I wasn't lying. I mean, I was telling the truth.
Yes.
And I tried last night. I was going to make a video, like a birthday video, with some clips from some of the shows he and Helen have done. I couldn't get it to work. I don't know how they do the video things on Canva. I tried. It's like after a couple hours, I was like, okay, forget it.
There's a lot of things that other people do on YouTube that I wish I knew how to do. I don't.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, really, I've been doing it this way for so long. Why bother? Like editing videos. I never edit any of my videos or lives.
I don't have a clue how to edit videos.
No. Me either. So, it's like, yeah, what you see is what you get. When we say we're live, mean live.
We mean we're live.
Yeah.
There ain't no funny stuff in the background. You getting what you see.
That's right. Exactly.
Hi, Mary. Nice to see you here. And so we had Nate on, and so we're all kind of chatting, and then I popped Val and oh crap, who was the other person that came on with us? I'm gonna go completely blank now. Anyway, I popped them on the screen, and Nate had kind of this puzzled look on his face, like we got extra people here, and I'm like, now I said, Helen and I set up this show to do today as subterfuge to celebrate Nate's birthday. And he was like, what? You were busy on your birthday, so you're getting it a little late, because we had already scheduled a show for the three of us on the 1st. And so we had fun with that. So everybody was wishing happy birthday and everything. And then we wound up doing several drawings for a while. We went for about an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
So it was fun. He had a good time. So I was like, good. I said, that's the whole point, was you had fun. So, and totally wasn't expecting it at all.
Good.
That's nice when you can throw a surprise party and it's really a surprise.
Yes.
I had that happen to me once when I turned 17, and my two best friends got together with my mom to throw me a surprise birthday party. And so earlier that day, my brother had a baseball game, and my mom was like, well, no, you have to come with me. I'm like, I don't want to go sit at the ballpark. I mean, she's like, no, you have to come with me today, And she managed to get me in the car to go. And as soon as we left, then my girlfriend showed up at the house and started decorating and everything. And we left the ballpark and came home. The front porch, the front yard, everything was all decorated with balloons and stuff. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all did this.
Nice.
And my mom gets out of the car. She said, it was a near miss. She almost wouldn't go.
Yep. Oh, Rose Blue says she still has to set up the voicemail on her phone.
Yeah, she just got a new phone. So
yeah,
they've been getting a lot of bad weather over there where she's at. So she's been kind of keeping me posted daily. We survived this one. We survived this one.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Absolutely.
Good to go. I talked to Aiden yesterday, and because he's up in Dallas, and I was like, dude, how did y'all get
what's going on?
Hit by the bad storm? He was like, it was pretty rough. He said we lost power for a few days, but evidently they got the power back on now. So
good.
But they didn't have anything too bad where his parents live. So because he's back home with his parents now. And hi, Teresa. Hi,
Hi.
3 Shifting Veils. I like that name.
Yes.
3 Shifting
Makes me
Veils.
want to dance, you know,
Yeah, it makes
the
me think of
dance of a thousand
Arabian
veils.
Nights
Yeah,
stuff, you know?
yeah. Y'all don't want to see that, but you know,
No,
just
I was gonna say, you really don't wanna see that coming from me, so it's like
yeah.
we got up to Lake Arrowhead in California, and we checking in at the resort, and she was like, "Oh, and they have a hot tub. Clothing's optional." And or a Roman bath. They had a Roman bath set up,
Mhm.
and she was like, "And clothing is optional." I'm like, "Yeah, people wanna see me go get in that thing with no clothes on." I was like, "I don't think so."
Yeah,
And they were all laughing at me. I was like, "Maybe 40 years ago, I might coulda got
yeah,
away with
yeah,
it, but
yeah, yeah.
not
Not now.
now."
No, not now.
It's like,
And
I don't wanna see
Nikki,
in no clothes on doing that, much less somebody
yeah,
else, so
yeah,
oh my goodness.
yeah. And okay, Steve, if that's you or if it's Nikki, you don't have to, yeah, don't have to worry about it. They're just concerned with making sure that people who are on doing the channels are really who they say they are. Otherwise, you could
Yeah,
tell them you're, you know, and my name is such and whatnot. So it's just a way to check ID. And yeah, I had to do the same thing when I opened my
yeah.
channel, was to
Hi,
verify
Michelle.
identity. Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
Michelle. Nice to see you here.
If you wanna join us, say the word, I'll send you the link.
Uh-huh.
We'll have a three-way.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
absolutely.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hey,
like that.
shifting veils.
I
Yes.
like
Yes.
3 Shifting Veils says,
Yeah.
"Not even 40 years ago."
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hear you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Michelle. Michelle, yes, you could still do that today, girl,
Okay.
because you know, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, you're
I see I see you. I know how you look. You could definitely pull it off today.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
absolutely. Hey, Louise,
Hi,
nice to see
Louise.
you. And Tina Marie, nice to see you as well. And
Hi, Mickey Walk.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
and
just getting
Scorpio
started. We started
Mama.
a few minutes late.
Hey,
And next Saturday night, I'll have Ramon Moon Scarab will be with me for the late night. He
oh,
saw I was doing
lovely.
late night and he was like, "Oh, I would like to do the late night with you." And I said, "Sure, that's
Yeah,
fine."
absolutely. Oh, it's
And
Steve, not Mickey.
ah, Steve, not Mickey. Okay.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, yep,
Did I
yep,
call you
yep.
Mickey? Did I get it wrong again? I think I did it last time. I confused Steve with not whoever. I'm
Yeah,
Mickey.
yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
My
Totally,
brain is mush tonight.
totally.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Scorpio Mama.
I'm
Okay,
just,
guys. Well, it's just fun night. I mean, if you want a serious oracle pull, I'll pull you an oracle card. But if not, you're gonna get either a rebel card or a listen bitch. So
yeah.
you got your pick.
Yes.
or the deck of characters.
Yeah,
Marina and I both pulled out that deck too. So
yeah,
um
yeah. It did really, really well. What and yeah, I've got visions in the liminal space too. It did really well last night on Story in the Cards. It
I know I
was
watched. I was laughing my ass off. Hi, Lisa Ann.
I
I was
know.
I was I was laughing so hard. And then Lisa Smith had her live this afternoon, which went like 2 hours. Normally she doesn't go that long.
Oh
And
wow.
it was just a crazy show today. Everybody was just off the rails. It's,
Uh-huh.
you get Wayne Rich in there and anything goes.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah, I
Uh,
actually did pop into Lisa's, and I think I got there like right towards the end, and yeah, I don't know if it was Wayne. No, it was somebody else. I can't remember what the name was, but they were reading on whether or not um,
I
Ivanka Trump has a piece on the side, and I couldn't help but comment, well, you know, yeah, she has a piece on the side, and so does he, and it could be the same person, you know. So, because come on now, he is, yeah,
oh my goodness.
yeah. Hallelujah, Teflon Don, yeah,
Became Filoni's Trump. I heard something yesterday, the day before yesterday. I actually wrote it down. It was so funny. Um,
yeah.
oh, crap. What did I do with it? Naturally, I can't find it now because I wrote it down so I wouldn't lose it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
And
And
you're right, Clarence. They are losing their minds. They are,
oh
um,
my God, they are so losing their shit over this. They are. I don't know what I did with it. There's somebody made a comment, a rhyming comment about Teflon Don and something about Teflon Don is now a con or something like that. It was funny as hell. And I
yeah,
wrote it down thinking, okay, I got to remember that one. Now I can't find the paper. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Hello, bright,
somewhere.
shiny Ray and Kay Muldoon. Thanks for being here.
Hi,
No
bright,
one.
shiny ray. Hi, Kay.
Yeah.
Uh,
What I discovered today that I thought was really, really interesting, and I think it was yesterday or the day before. It could have been on um, well, whatever day it was this week, that I the pendulum said that he was going to end up with um, a psych eval, right? That he was going to have to go do that. Well, apparently, now that he's a convicted felon, he has to meet with a parole officer, a psychologist, a
how
social
would you like to
worker.
pull that gig?
Yes. And these people, and they interview him and talk to him and whatnot. They are the ones that are going to be sending the sentencing report to Judge Marchand. So I think that we might end up with that psychological evaluation
After
after
all,
all. After all, and it may not be, well, I mean, it would still involve Judge Marchand because he's part of this. But yeah, I oh, excuse me. I think that would be a fun thing to read on.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
is yeah
Let's not even
is
waste
the
time.
uh-huh, yeah. Oh, they might find worms in his brain. Yes, yes, absolutely. Um,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, well, come on, tell me, do is Trump getting a psych eval? Is Trump getting psychological evaluation? Oh, Excelsior. Yeah, the brightest and the best. Only the best for our boy.
Oh, they're going to rein him in.
Uh-huh. And strangely perfect timing. That's what that
Oh,
card says.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Marina and I probably talked about justice. We the people. I haven't seen, so I need to hear how you found out what you.
Wonder
Oh,
Woman's
how did I
coming.
find out? What I did book is, well, um, I heard someone mention that he was going to have to meet with a social worker. And it reminded me that I had heard in the past about people having to go through, kind of a little committee who then suggests to the judge what is appropriate in sentencing and so on and so forth. So I Googled the being a felon in New York State and some of the things that go along with it. And yeah, it said in there that that's what it is, that those are the people that he has to meet with. They might also interview his family members as well, but they will definitely interview him. And what they're looking for is, is this person, um, does he show any signs of remorse? Does he realize what he has done and oh, okay, and the impact it has had on people? Would he has he apologized and all that? And that all goes, that's all part of the sentencing.
Oh, wow.
So,
Hi,
even
Amanda. Hi, Judy. Hi, Lisa Ann.
though,
Throw those in there real quick before I forget.
mhm, absolutely. And yeah, Joe Eliza, he wants Biden to have a drug test. Yeah, yeah. I say you first. And a psych evaluation. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. No remorse, teacher Barbara. None. None.
Yeah.
He no. He's still attacking the judge, and it's a crooked judge. The judge didn't find you guilty. 12 jurors did.
Yeah. Yeah. And Fox News is knocking themselves out trying to figure out how to blame everything on
Yeah.
Biden. It's like Biden had nothing to do
No,
with what he did.
no.
And
Biden is federal.
nobody's arguing about the fact that he did something illegal. They're arguing the fact that he should be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
And not be held accountable for it. I just
Yes.
loved the look on his face when he came out of the courtroom after all 34 counts were read guilty. He looked like he was ready to explode.
I
And I was
know.
like, oh my God, that man's going to go home and have a stroke. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he did the stroke out in the courtroom. And it's it's sad, but it's funny at the same time. He's finding out what it is to actually be held accountable for your actions, something he's
Yeah.
never had to do before.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, it's unfortunate. And yeah, there was one of the Republicans who yeah, was talking about, yeah, Joe Biden being involved in this, and the Biden administration and the Justice Department, and that they need to be investigated immediately, and there need to be consequences to their actions, because it's the only thing that those people understand. And I thought, are you kidding me? Like, did you're lying to your constituents. You open your mouth and lies come out. Entertainment purposes only. What do I know? Um, yeah. And
The news wasn't out 5 minutes when our new governor was on air talking about what a travesty it was that they did this to Trump. I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah.
You're the travesty.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like,
And
oh
yeah,
God.
you know what? It's if you don't, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
That's it.
Right? How do you and someone said, well, if they can do it to him, they can do it to us. He did
Yeah.
something wrong. If you don't do anything wrong,
That's
you got nothing to
how
worry about.
America works. We're all
Yeah,
accountable to the same laws. You don't get your
exactly.
own set of special laws just because you're rich or just because you
Exactly.
were president.
Yeah.
Laughingly so, but it's,
Yeah.
and I do believe several people who have read and said that I know Linda G was the first one to say it, that in sometime in the near future, they will come to the conclusion that he was an illegitimate president
Yes.
and everything he enacted will be undone if it hadn't been undone yet.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, good. That means we got 3 Supreme Court justices that are going to get kicked off the court.
You know,
And Biden
yeah,
said he's adding 2 more. When he gets elected, he's adding 2 more justices. I
yeah.
was like, yeah, all right,
And
now you're talking.
I think he needs to add 4 more, and I'll tell you why. There are 13 districts. There should be
Yeah,
13 judges.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I've been saying for years. There should be a judge for every, and that's how it was originally set up. There was a
Yes.
Supreme Court justice for every district.
Yes.
And as the districts grew and they had more districts they added in, they didn't update the court to go with it. So yeah, we've got a chance of
Yeah,
really cleaning house. Yeah, Jimmy Carter
absolutely.
did say that several years ago, and I've seen several people say, "I bet you he doesn't last much longer now,"
No.
because that's what he was waiting for, was for Trump to be convicted. That's what he
Yes.
said anyway. He was waiting for that. So I have a
Exactly.
feeling Rose is gonna come get him anytime. And
Mm-hmm.
hi ASMR, and
And Anna Hutchinson, hello.
if you can't do the time, win a presidential election.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll solve all your problems.
Yeah.
Think of it as
And
this: is the man would have gone into his grave, still grifting, still breaking the law, with nobody doing anything about it until his last breath, if
yeah.
he hadn't ran for president. But
Yes.
when you win the presidency, you get a great big damn spotlight shining down on you, and everybody
Yep.
wants to know every hiccup, burp, and fart you've had for the last 50 years,
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you're right, Steve. Term limits definitely should have term limits.
Yes.
The
Absolutely.
justices should be held to the same ethical and accountability rules as the lower courts, and they should have, you can only serve for X amount of terms, and then
That's right.
you have to
Someone else
go
gets
out
your
and
spot.
somebody else comes in. So, and
Yeah.
because that's the only way we're going to really get true. I'm going blank on the road word. That's the only way we're going to get actual, honest opinions from the court,
Yeah.
is if we have newer people, younger people coming into the court
Yes.
that
Yeah.
kind of
And they have,
understand a lot of the new stuff that's going on in the world, that the court now
yeah.
is like they are clueless.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they have to
yeah,
know that there's consequences for their actions. I'm sure that a lot of them would have, certainly acted differently if they knew that this was not a lifetime appointment, that this is something that you're in for, um, um, 4 years, and then, yeah, you've been appointed after that. You got to run for your seat. You've got to show people what you've done. And if you lie during the vetting process or during the hearings, you're gone. You're gone. What
yeah.
happens? What happens to people that lie on their resumes or lie at work? You're dismissed. Just gone. You're dismissed. Why should
And
they be
depending
any
on what kind of
different?
job you have, you could face felony charges,
Yes, absolutely.
especially if you have a job where you have access to people's personal information. I know
Yes.
when I worked at the lab in Phoenix, because of the position I had access to people's full medical information,
Yeah.
financial information. I mean, if I'd have been a crook, it would have been nothing to have gone in, gotten their info, and bought myself all kinds of goodies. Fortunately, I
Yeah.
wasn't a crook, but I mean, I had to
Yes.
go through 2 FBI checks over the course of time I was there, and I had to get fingerprinted because they were asking me if were my fingerprints on file, and I said, I don't think so. I've never been fingerprinted. They said, oh, well, step this way. And that stuff's hard to get off your fingers, too.
I can imagine. Yeah. And Lisa Ann says, you can't lie on a Burger King application, but you can lie to get on the Supreme Court. Yeah, that seems fair.
Exactly. And then, you know, they want to run tabs on women and when they have their periods and when they get pregnant and it's like, really, you're really going to take time out of your day to monitor how many thousands upon thousands of women in your state to make sure that they follow through on their pregnancy. You already make them carry dead fetuses when there's been a severe misstep and they go sepsis, you know, and it's like, yeah, you're not a freaking doctor. You don't need to be preaching medical knowledge at us that you don't have.
Yeah. And
yeah, like what Lisa Ann says, you can't lie on a Burger King application, but you can lie to get on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, exactly. And that doesn't make any sense to me at all. There's a few things about the US that don't make sense to me, that I just think some things are just so evident that, you know, why you would view it any other way. But, you know, I maybe that's what makes the world go round, right? Is everyone has their own opinion and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, you know, like so many people see the government health care as, well, that's socialism. That's the same as communism. No, it's not. No, it's not. And, you know, there's many countries in the world that have the, you know, free health care and all that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not communist.
Well, I would gladly pay an extra 5 to 10% in taxes out of my weekly income if it meant that I was going to get free dental care and free medical care. And, you know, and if I want to buy an insurance policy for additional things that may be required, you know, like getting a facelift or a tummy tuck or something important, you know, that's your prerogative if you want to pay for it. But everybody should be entitled to receive basic care from their doctor and not have to wait until they're so sick that it's an emergency room visit.
Exactly.
Where it costs 10 times as much money.
Exactly.
As opposed to let them go to the doctor once a month if they're, you know, not feeling good. You can't seem to get that concept across to them.
No, you can't. I'll tell you, I had okay. I'll give you an example because I just had some of my prescriptions refilled. Okay. And one of the ones that I'm diabetic, and so I take insulin. And because there's the free healthcare, and I'm now retired, so you know I qualify for what we call up here Blue Cross, which gives me reduced rates on everything. I got 3 boxes of Basaglar, which is insulin, and the cost of it would have been, or the cost of it is, $237.21. I paid $25.
Yeah.
I paid $25.
The medication I take every day, I sat down and figured out the actual cost of what I take every day for a month. And it was well over $1,000 worth of medication that I take. And it's like, that's just crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy.
No, Rose Blue. I'm up in Canada, so yeah, we just
She's an honorary American because she
yes.
knows everything. She may not want to claim it, but she is. And if it gets really bad, we're all going to marinas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, any of you that want to come up, I'm going to meet you at the border, and I'm going to need to see your social media accounts. And if I happen to see anything in there about poor Donald Trump, you're not coming in. I'm sorry.
You're out.
You're out. You're on your
Yeah.
own. Right. Yeah. So it's really, really not that bad, because yeah, what little we pay extra, especially in Alberta, we pay 7% on tax, provincial tax. That's it. 7% on pretty much anything. That's nothing. That's peanuts. And then to top it all off,
most people around the world pay a fraction of the cost.
Yes.
The same medications that cost Americans a fortune, because the Republican Party would refuse to put it into law that Medicare be allowed to negotiate price deals for their patients. Because I'm sorry, if it costs you a nickel to make that pill, you should not be able to charge $1,000 to somebody to buy it and take it. Yeah. That's crazy.
Patricia Tyree said, yeah, if she didn't have insurance,
Rose, last time I checked, a passport from start to finish usually takes roughly 6 months to get it, because you have to go to a doctor and have a bunch of tests run. And then you have to get all kinds of vaccinations to make sure you're safe to go to another country and you don't infect anybody.
Yeah.
And then you have to do all the paperwork, and then you have to submit that with a fee, which is, the last time I had to do it for my son, it was under $100. So I don't know if it's still the same price or not. And,
did you see that? Teresa T. Lynn says, Kansas State Supreme Court majority says right to vote is not in state constitution. Are you kidding?
No, it's in the federal constitution.
Wow.
One person, one vote. And we all have a right to vote as long as we're over 18
and not
we're an American citizen. And we're an American citizen.
Yeah.
I know when Obama was running for his second term, I was back home then. And at the time, we had a neighbor that was from, I want to say Nicaragua or somewhere like that down there. And he had just gotten his citizenship like a couple of months before, because he came over. Mama would talk to him every time she saw him outside. And so he came over knocking on the door to tell her, I'm American now. I'm American now. And he could hardly speak English, but he was so proud of the fact that he was an American now.
Yes.
And he went through it and he took the test and he passed. It's like 90% of the Americans wouldn't be able to pass the damn test. He took it, passed.
Yes.
But when the election day rolled around, he came to the door that afternoon to show us his little sticker, I voted today.
Oh.
The man was practically in tears with excitement that he got to vote on who his leader was going to be for the next 4 years, because he came from a country where that wasn't allowed.
Exactly.
So he had a completely different concept of that, the fact that I can actually vote for who I want to lead me.
Yes.
And he was so excited. Oh my God. Mama went and met him at the door and she gives him a big hug and they're like dancing around in the front yard,
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And, because even Russia, for instance, Russia allows I mean, they have voting as well. The difference in the US, you can vote for, let's say, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or Kennedy, right? Let's say those are the three choices. They're three different people. In a communist country, you vote for Vladimir Putin, Putin Vladimir, or Putin v whatever his middle name might be. So,
Yeah.
it's, yes, you're quote unquote voting, but you don't have a choice. It's one person. It just, you want to call them a different name. So, yeah, for those who have never had the opportunity to actually be engaged openly with um, with politicians, with politics, to know what does that party stand for? What do they believe in? What are they going to do for the citizens that vote them in?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of
And I
people.
heard one of the attorneys that's a pundit now
Mm,
talking about um, that because he is now a convicted felon, he can't leave the state until his sentencing. He
mhm.
has to stay in New York. He can't go run to Bedminster or Mar-a-Lago. None of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Mhm.
that's the same as revoking your bail, and they'll
Yeah.
pick him up, put him right back in jail.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things that he's going to find out that he's not able to do. Which, you know what, if the people that he is pandering to, saying, well, if they did it to me, they can do it to you,
Yeah,
don't, yeah, that's a good lesson. Don't do stupid shit. Right? Like, yeah, Amber likes to say, yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
that's it.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I think Joe Eliza, I think that he is going to I think he
They'll
is
put a
going to
bracelet
end
on
up
him.
with, yeah, house arrest. And yes, they will. He'll have a bracelet. And the way that those things work is that um they are tuned in to like a central monitor or whatnot. And it has a, you know, 5 mile range, let's say.
Yeah.
And so, the only time that you can go outside that 5 mile or whatever that range is when you're going to see your lawyer, if you're going to court, um, if there's you've got a doctor's appointment, it has to be a reason other than, well, I just felt like going for a walk. So
I like
yeah,
M.
you
Steve's
leave.
question. Will they put a boot on his plane?
Yeah. Yes, and that is something else, is yeah, access to the internet and all that. They can certainly curtail that, or um limit
Hi,
it
Pat.
severely. Yeah. So
Let
even
me
if he
interrupt you. If y'all ever want to listen to bedtime stories, children's stories, anything like that, check out In Through a Colored Lens Storyteller. That's Pat. She has the most soothing voice I have ever heard in my life. It's this very, very calm, very low, very soothing voice. And she tells these stories. And that's all she does. She does these stories and drops the video. And they are wonderful. She also does energy drawings. So
nice.
when somebody's like reading or trying to channel or whatever, and she'll get their energy and she'll draw it
Oh,
out. She did a drawing for me one of the first times I met her on Sonia and EQ's The Soul Sisters. and I was invited to come on, and that's how I met Isaac. And Pat was on that night too, and she was doing energy drawings on everybody that had a turn at reading. And then
Nice.
she was sending them to us, emailing us it to us. I still have my copy. I kept it.
Nice.
It's great. It was like, wow, that's so cool, because different people had different colors in their drawing
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. The aura and the energy that you give off. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, very nice. Good to know.
But
Good to
yeah,
know.
y'all check her out. She's, if you just want to kick back and hear some stories and not
Yeah.
have to, just kind of almost like a meditation, but not quite,
Yes.
check out Pat. She's just such a beautiful
Yeah.
voice. Absolutely gorgeous voice. Okay, Pat,
Oh,
I'll quit embarrassing you now.
and she's publishing a novella in 5 days. Very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice. Yeah, you need to put your channel name in the chat there, Pat. Yeah.
That's it. In through a colored lens storyteller. That's her channel.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
let's see if
Perfect.
I can pull it up. Um,
Perfect. Hey, Jessica Lynn. And oh, 3 shifting veils. I don't know why I read that 3 as a J and I thought, oh, there's a new person. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Good for you. Good for you.
okay. Here
Yeah.
is y'all can just put this into your search bar on your YouTube and it will bring you right to her.
Okay. Perfect.
And
Wonderful. There you go.
you're welcome, Pat. Her voice is just so soothing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more in tune to that kind of thing with people because I've lost mine as far as having that kind of soothing voice. Because I used to have a voice like that, and then they did neck surgery, and that ruined that one. I lost my singing voice too, so it's like, oh well.
Yeah.
Y'all just get to listen to the gravel pit now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
So
Yeah. A couple comments were made about the length of time for an election and so on and so forth. And I mean, no sooner do you have an election in November and the following day they're out there stumping for the next election. We don't have that up here. There is, once an election is announced, there is, I think it is like 6 weeks. That's it. That you
there's
got
a couple other
6 weeks.
countries like that too. They don't run more than
No,
6 to 9 weeks for their
no need
yeah.
for it. No need for it at all.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they should not be turning around and having to beg for money and start campaigning the day after they win the office. Let them go
exactly.
do what they were hired to do, their job,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
And
6 to 9 weeks is perfect for me.
yeah,
Because people
totally.
get burned out. I mean,
Yeah. Don't want to see signs all over the place or whatnot. And I heard that, I read earlier today that, Donald Trump raised like, I don't know, 30-40 million dollars right after the verdict came out. And it's okay. Yeah, go ahead. Send him your money. Send him the last $5 that you've got in your pocket because
you can
it's
flush
just
it
going to
down the
go.
toilet and get
Yeah,
more use.
yeah, yeah, because it's all going to pay his legal fees so that the lawyers get richer and they they get things.
He ain't paid any of them
You don't get
lawyers
any.
yet. They haven't gotten any money yet. And they're
Hmm.
not going to.
No, no, they're not, because his daughter-in-law controls the purse strings. So, yeah, yeah. And, the more money that you give to Trump, the less money that you're going to have to buy that bus ticket to go to that, rally that he's having. So I just don't understand that, how someone who's on a limited budget and will, send their last dollar to someone who gives two hoots about you, couldn't care less.
Mm-hmm.
Remember during COVID, when it was election time, and he said, well, if you die after voting, it's still good. You got to vote. So, yeah, there you go. And yeah, the Republicans have
Okay.
all identified themselves. They've stood up. They've said who they are. Um, yeah. So you know who to vote out. Yeah.
Steve wanted to know we saw Trump getting community service. I can just see that man having to scoop the poop.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Will he get community service? Yeah, either that, or put on the orange suit and go by the side of a highway and start picking up garbage. That's community service. Okay, come on.
Yeah,
Let's
part of the
toss some
chain
cards
gang.
on it. Yes. Yeah. Well, could he get community service? Yeah, he could. Yeah, absolutely. Energy follows intention. Yeah. Yeah. Let's all imagine him out there on the side of the highway. Yeah. Picking up, bottles that have got liquids in them and all that kind of good stuff.
That may or may not be what was originally in the bottle.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that would be great. So none of y'all got any questions? We're at 53 minutes. You got nothing.
That's what I pulled.
Yeah. Nice. It's yeah, I think Steve mentioned earlier that, yeah, I think could what's his name? Kirshner. Glenn Kirshner. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. He thought that Trump his sentence might be 1 month in jail and the rest probation. You know what? The fact that he is he will now, until the day he dies, and maybe the day after that, be known as the ex-president who is a convicted felon. Convicted felon Donald Trump. No matter how
it makes me wonder if Biden's gonna use
never
felon Trump with every sentence that he says at the debate.
Say what, felon? What'd you say, felon? I didn't hear that. Uh-huh.
You have your choice between me or a convicted felon. So
yes. Yeah, exactly.
He's not allowed to vote for himself now.
Yeah. And really, I don't know how to get the message through to some of those Trump supporters that Biden had nothing to do with this. Biden is federal. this was the state that went after Trump. It wasn't a conflicted judge. It was a jury of 12 people who made a decision based on evidence. One of the jurors
That
on
pesky little thing called evidence.
yes, yeah. One of the jurors, when they were going through the original process, when he was asked, where do you get the majority of your news from, he said Truth Social. He was on the jury. He convicted. So
yes, ASMR, she will be.
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, and you're talking about a woman who was Attorney General for the state of California.
Yeah.
So she was the first candidate that I went for 2020.
Yes.
The first one I sent money to was her,
Yep,
but
absolutely. There are so many good people out there, and I think that I do fully believe that the Democrats are going to take the White House, the Senate, the House of Representatives, and then it's going to be ushering in things that need to be fixed to make sure that a Donald Trump never has an opportunity to get anywhere near the White House
because
again.
the next Trump wannabe is probably going to be a hell of a lot smarter than this one.
Yes.
And that's what scares me, because
yes,
you get somebody that's that intelligent and they can do a lot of stuff to pull the wool over people's eyes.
Absolutely.
Because they have the ability to follow through with that.
Yes. And I'll tell you right now who matches that, and it's getting closer and closer to that spot, and that's Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed us who she really was. I thought that, this was someone who was going to be a little different. No. She's cut from the same cloth. She's just smarter than Trump is, and that's what makes her very, very dangerous. Yep.
Phoenix asked, what do we think? What do our guides think? Will the J6 trial start in August? I got the star. Sorry, I'm covering up her bits.
Oh. Okay.
It's a naked card. You can see her nipples, so we have to cover it up.
The Jan 6.
If that's not the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Well, let's see what I get from tarot on that.
I was looking for my pen.
You know what? 9 of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. So it could be. It could be.
Will the J6 trial officially start in August? Yep. It says yes.
All righty. We'll go with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me see here.
Yep.
Here was one that I had marked. Jenny was wondering if the Supreme Court justices are kicking themselves in the butt for keeping him on the ballots. Now, you know what? I think it's a good idea they kept him on the ballots, because it's just going to make it that much more painful for them when he loses so drastically. Because if he's not on the ballot, then everybody can say, oh, well, of course he didn't win. They took him off the ballot.
Exactly. Yeah. Rigged. Yeah. Fixed. Yeah.
Yep. Marina?
Nope.
You are in control. I have got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right, then.
Okay.
Okay. What? Oh, okay. I get 1111. That's a master number. Um, I think that they are, well, I know that they're worried, okay? And the reason that they're worried is they have they should have done something before now. They've left it too late. They played the kick the can down the street a little longer than they should have. So now they're they know that their positions can be called into question because if if Trump loses, when Trump loses, the Biden administration is going to go in and absolutely take a look at the Supreme Court, take a look at why there is no code of ethics for them. Why is it that they feel that they convict people for um, taking bribes and so on? That's illegal, but they feel entitled to do that themselves. So um, I think that they're realizing that, yeah, maybe they should have done something earlier. Just like with this immunity thing, where they decided to hear it, even though the lower court with the three judges, I mean, they nailed it absolutely. There was no wiggle room. Their decision was sound. The wording was perfect, but they decided to take it up, to take a look at it. Well, now are you going to say that, well, he gets immunity from this day to this day? Okay, where's Biden's immunity? When does that kick in? If Yeah, they've left it too long. They've left it too long. And the one thing that usually makes me feel a whole lot better about the whole process is every single day that comes around, those judges are one day older. And you know what? Yeah,
Oh
one
yeah.
day older isn't good. Yeah. And yes, Pat, we are definitely living in a very significant moment. Um, I find this, and I've said this before on several shows, I'm not scared. I'm excited about what's going to happen. I can see all the all the things that need to be fixed, that we had to go through this to see what needs to be fixed and where the guardrails need to be put in place. It's not enough just to say, well, yeah, the system doesn't work. You don't throw a baby out with the bathwater. Yeah, you're right. The system doesn't work. Now, what these people have done is they have identified where the holes are, where there's a weak link, all that good stuff, so
But
that Biden can get in and go, all right, here's what we're doing.
we also have to look at why the system doesn't work anymore, because one
Yeah.
party has spent the last 50, 60 years doing their damnedest to break it.
Yes.
They've starved it of money so that they don't have enough money to run the different programs that are necessary. They have cut back on staff and won't allow
Yeah.
hiring. So the people that do work are trying to do the work of three people. I'm one of them. It's 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 ridiculous. It really is. I mean, they have actively made a point of seeing how many spokes of the wheel they can kick off.
Yes.
And after a while, there's no support for that wheel, and it quits turning.
Yep.
And they have worked very, very diligently at making it near to impossible for people who do work
Yes.
in public service to do their job and do it properly. because they're overworked, they're underpaid, and there aren't enough people on staff to do the work.
Yeah.
And they're like the spoiled little kids who break their toy and then go cry to mama and daddy, my toy's broken, I need a new one, or a better one or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's broken. You broke it, dum-dum. I mean,
yeah. Exactly. No, you can't have your brothers. Yeah. Hey, Pixie does. And Phoenix, yeah, Biden, I think Biden has come out and said that he will be adding 2 more.
He announced that yesterday, day before yesterday, that when he win the election, he's going to put 2 more seats in. Yep. And somebody came back and said, you need to put more than that. But hey, I'll take 2 for now,
Yeah.
Because you let Kamala Harris get in there. And she's good. She's a kick-ass, take no prisoners kind of person.
Yes.
Joe Biden, I love him to death. He has done an unbelievably remarkable job since he took all of this on. I mean, I can't think of anyone else in the political field who could have faced what he was facing when he went into office and fixed so much of it already. And most people don't even know it because he's not running in front of a camera every 5 minutes to brag about it. He's just doing the work and getting things done. And that's where we come in. We need to be aware of what it is that he and his administration have done and have accomplished. And we need to start bringing that up. Every time somebody says something about, well, he hadn't done anything for me, start taking it off your fingers. Well, you didn't want your roads and your bridges fixed. You didn't want the schools fixed.
Yep.
You didn't want your power grid fixed. You didn't want. He's done all of those things, and he just buckled down and did the work, and he didn't make a big deal about it. The Democratic Party.
He did the job he was hired to do.
He went in and did the job he was hired to do. And he did it without any fanfare or anything else.
Yes.
And people want to talk about he's this nefarious mastermind in one breath, and the next breath he's a bumbling idiot who can't talk. You can't be both, baby. You got to pick one, pick one. As AOC said to MTG the other day, oh, baby girl, don't even go there.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
T-Lynn had this.
Okay.
Today is World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day. Wow, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Well,
there should be. I don't know. Let's pull cards on it.
Okay. And yeah, Ness just sent a donation and yeah, to my PayPal, and she has a question. It's a yes or no.
Okay.
But I
put it in there, Ness, and we'll read it.
Yeah, I'll have. Oh, here we go. It's at 11:19 my time. Do you see me going back to grad school for film or business degree? Okay.
You see,
will there be a national law against this? Okay. Let me. Hey, I knew that was going to happen. It's getting late at night. Okay.
Yeah. I'm dropping cards everywhere.
Yeah. Will Ness be going to grad school?
Quite literally dropping them everywhere.
Hmm. Ness, I'm getting a no.
All right.
I think maybe there's something that you need to do in between. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but yeah,
And
yeah.
this be going back to grad school for film or business.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting circular motion. That's a big maybe. So yeah, there's something that's blocking the yes that you need to work on. Maybe refine more of what you want.
Yeah, it's something good to it's worthwhile thinking about, but yeah, that too. Oh, okay, Pat says yeah, she's picking up on that too. She's getting the word redirected. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Just
I hope that helped, Ness.
yes. Yeah. All righty.
Okay, let me see. I had starred. Rose had Chutkin have an evidence hearing.
Well, let's just stay with the pendulum since that's
that's definitely
that
a
seems
yes or
to be
no.
working. That seems to be working. All right. Well, Chutkin have
an evidence hearing.
Okay, I'm getting a yes.
I'm getting a very strong yes.
Yeah. Okay. Will it be in the next month? Will it be in the next 30 days? No. Okay. Will it be in the next 60 days? Will it be in the next 60 days? Yes. And it's a yes, but it's kind of a weak yes. Okay. Let's just double check on will the Jan 6 trial happen? Will it start in August?
Oh, that's right. We forgot to read on that.
Okay, I'm getting a nice strong yes on that one.
Jan 6 start in August. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
There you go.
I kind of like Magical Mermaid's thoughts.
The tax bracket will be for more than 2 billion, should be 50%, no exceptions.
You know, we were able to go to the moon and build a space program to the extent it was because JFK had a tax bracket for people, for the millionaires, the rich people, of like 82%, I think they had to pay, was their tax. It wasn't until Reagan came along that he chopped that in half and chopped it in half again.
Yeah.
And that was another thing that started the deterioration of all of our programs and stuff because, you know, I've yet to have a politician explain to me rationally how doing away with taxes helps you do more things for the state. It's like,
no, it doesn't.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean,
no, that was supposed to be trickle down economics. Remember when if we
down
lower
came from the bladder, as they wet all over us.
Yeah, it was It was good. Yeah, the economy was going to be so great. It was going to put money back in the hands of the people who needed it. No, all it did was it made the rich richer. That's it. That's all. So, um, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw a video clip today of an interview that Trump did not that long ago after he made the comment publicly that women who get abortions should be given the death sentence as well as their doctors. And and it was a Fox News person who was interviewing him who said, well, I guess that means, any woman that gets pregnant and has an abortion, she goes the the death row. And Trump was like, oh, no, 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 no. And he said, but that's what you said, that she and her doctors should be given the death sentence. Well, it would depend on the circumstances. And I'm like, whose circumstances? Yours or everybody else's? Because
Yeah.
the two don't go together.
Yeah. Exactly. And did you forget what you said? Were you thinking about your favorite Bible verse? Is that what threw you off, from that question? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So,
Oh my goodness.
anyway, yeah. Yes, Andy Johnson. Felon says what? Yeah. That's about it. That's about it. Oh.
I agree, ASMR. I think he will. And I think that once he gets that facilitated and gets it done, whoever the prime minister is of Israel at that time and Hamas, it's going to it's there will still be conflicts and hard feelings, but it will end the war, is what I'm getting.
Well, I'm getting a yes as well. So I think that, it almost feels like Biden gets on the phone with Netanyahu and says, Bibi, time to cut the crap. You want your next amount of money deposited into your country's account, then this is going to stop.
Because never forget, y'all, Trump has already said that day one he's going to be a dictator.
Yeah.
And once he takes that role, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. There's
going to be a whole bunch of us fleeing for the borders.
Appeal. Yeah. There's not going to be any place that you can go and say, wait a minute, that's not fair. No, you can't do that. My rights. And he's going to laugh in your face and say, what rights? You got no rights.
Yeah.
And you voted for me. I told you exactly what I was going to do. And you said, okay, that's fine. Whenever I think of Trump, I keep going back to when he first started campaigning back in 2015. And he was at some rally and he told a story about a scorpion and something anyway, and how the scorpion had convinced this animal, whatever, to ferry him basically across water. And the animal that was ferrying the scorpion said, well, but you're not gonna kill me, are you? Well, no, of course not. I need you to get to the other side, and blah blah blah. A snake. Yeah, okay, yeah, a snake. The scorpion and the frog. Okay. So yeah, the frog takes the scorpion to the other side, and when they get to the other side, the scorpion just attacks the frog. And the frog says, but You told me you wouldn't do that. And the scorpion says, yeah, I'm a scorpion. And that is Trump. That is Trump.
All over.
Yeah. He is projecting, he is letting you know exactly who he is. Be smarter than Trump. Be smarter than the regular Trump supporter. Yeah.
Which isn't hard to do.
No. So listen, miss, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes, and
I know, and I keep dropping stuff left and right. So
yeah,
I don't see any more questions.
Yeah, I'm starting
to droop, as well as dropping every damn thing I touch.
Yeah. Hey, Randy.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch more people that jumped in here after we kind of went through the hellos. Sorry if I missed you. I tried to call you out as I saw you, but sometimes you get to talking and pulling and you're not looking, and the name scrolls right on by and you never even see it. So
absolutely.
Thank y'all for coming tonight.
Arwen the Gray says, I just hit a deer. Are you okay?
What? Are you all right, my dear?
Yeah.
Is the deer all right?
Whoa, yeah. Please, yeah, tell us that you're okay. You're okay. All right.
Okay.
Car damage?
Did you hear a buck or a fawn?
Not
you dropping stuff like me.
Okay, maybe he's not sure. Okay, well, all right. But at least you're okay, and let's hope that you just kind of scared him or her a little bit.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And you're okay. It didn't cause a wreck. That's all that matters.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
We don't want anything happening to you, so.
No. I don't want to be responsible for any car accident. Yeah.
She's supposed to go to Oregon tomorrow. Was that a sign that she shouldn't go?
No. No, I think it's okay.
Should Arwen go to Oregon tomorrow? Yes. A very strong yes. Go to Oregon. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
It can't be any worse than my trip back across the country from California. Where everything and its brother happened, Yeah. And I made it back in one piece, so yeah, you should be good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank y'all for coming and playing with us tonight. Thank you, Marina, for popping in with me, so I wasn't just talking to the wall.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
It's more fun when somebody's with you.
I know.
Ramon, the Moon Scarab, will be with me next Saturday night. He's going to be our guest. He was all excited when he found out I was doing this late night. He's like, can I come on the late night one? I'm like, sure. And every time I turn around, I get an email from Helen saying, you want company this time? She's been on a couple of times, so she enjoys it because she's 2 hours behind me, so it's not as late for her as it is for me. And I start at 11 p.m. It's only 9 p.m. for her when I start. So
exactly.
She's like, yeah, that's not that late. Like, okay.
Perfect.
And I like it. I like to have somebody I can talk to. It makes it more fun, and I don't go to sleep on people. So otherwise, I'm like, I drop out.
I hear you.
Especially since I only got about 3 hours of sleep myself last night.
Yeah.
And so I got to make myself go to bed early tonight because I got a 9:30 in the morning reading to do.
Oh.
And Ginger may have to sit and watch me with toothpicks in my eyes.
Yeah. Hey, Karina Grace, nice to see you here.
Well, thank y'all very, very much for coming and playing with us. Thank you for your donations to Marina. And I don't know, y'all may have made some to me. I don't have my phone on. I turned it off. So got tired of listening to it. You know. Y'all have a great night, great rest of your weekend.
Yes.
And enjoy the Gemini season. We've got the new moon coming up next week, I think it is.
I think so.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I was thinking it was next week.
I think on the 6th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on the 6th. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I forgot. So.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, good night. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And we will see you soon.
Yes.